no, Flash. No freaking way. You didn't just do it again. For the second week in a row, you solved a problem in one episode. Are you kidding me, Flash? Are you serious? At the end of this episode, we see that freaking Barry asked Iris to marry him. Are you kidding me? It was just last week that he broke up with her, and now they're back married again? What? I'm tired of this let's solve everything in one episode. Come on, Flash. Are you serious? That's not how life works. Life doesn't always get solved the next freaking day. Even in comic books, not everything gets solved in the same issue or the next issue. I've been really unhappy with you this season, Flash. Like, you were the tippy top of the comic book shows, and now you're number 3 at best. On the DC side, I think Arrow and Gotham are above you. But man, Flash, seriously, come on. How do you keep doing this kind of crap? 3 weeks in a row, you've had all your damn problems solved in the next episode. You're crazy. Seriously though, I can't believe that Iris and Barry are back together. Like, it's dumb. Like, it just takes away all of the dramatics from last week, which made me go, wow. Like, you guys saw that video last week, and I was just like, oh, that was a crazy ending. I wasn't expecting that. And bam, they're back together. And I was like, you gotta be me on this. Like, it just happened, and now it's back, and it's resolved. And I was like, come on, you gotta let this thing, like, pan out. Like, let it be more dramatic. Let him and her go through some different things. Maybe she just starts questioning how she ever felt about him. Like, add some drama to the show. Don't just solve it in the next episode. So I thought that was stupid, and I really hated that ending. But what can you do? Whatever. It's just, this season 3 has been repeat after repeat of season 2 stuff. And this kind of crap happening. So whatever. Good news is, season 4, not gonna be a speedster villain. Thank you! So I got hope. But anyways, let's talk about this episode. And there's not really a lot to talk about. It was just a filler episode. It was an episode to make, Supergirl get back on track because she has a little drama going on over there with her love life, and to get Barry and Iris back on track here on The Flash. And it was just supposed to be a fun, loving filler episode because the chemistry between Kara and Barry is really good. I mean, it goes back to when they were on Glee together. That's one of the reasons why this show was made, because they were both on Glee, and a lot of this other cast, are people that like to sing and do stuff outside of acting. So it's just like, let's just make a musical episode. And I know a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, this episode was so hard to get through because blah, I don't like musicals and blah. Well, I don't really care because personally, JUICEbox is a fan of musicals, and it's not like I'm like, oh my god, I want to go watch every musical ever, but I'm just whatever. Sorry, my brain instantly thought like, oh my god, somebody's probably gonna get offended just because I acted that way, but I'm just being silly and stupid, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but whatever. Sorry, sometimes my brain just turns on a little PC switch, and people are just like, oh my god, you're probably gonna offend somebody that way, but it's like, really, that's not how sorry! My brain, I just woke up. I just woke up and I'm filming this video and whatever, okay? Whatever. Let's get back on track. Anyways, okay, I have a small itty bitty part of my heart that enjoys musicals. I grew up I watched The Sound of Music. I grew up watching all the Disney movies. I grew up on Grease. So like, musicals are my shit at times, and I'm absolutely in love with La La Land right now. So I like musicals, okay? So this, and I know I made that video like back in the day that was like, why the hell are we getting a musical episode on the freaking Flash? I was kind of pissed about that, but then I realized I kind of like musicals. So this episode wasn't bad for me to watch or anything, but I will say it was hella cheesy at times, especially when Barry started like tap dancing and doing all that shit and started like, I was just like, wow, maximum cheesiness. And I was just laughing, and it was just, I don't know, it was a fun, loving episode. I will say that the musical didn't flow as well as musicals do though. Like, they kind of just like there and then like pause and then break into dance and song. And it was just like, no, musicals flow way better than that. They don't just start like hard. Like, it felt weird. and it didn't feel right. Like, it didn't feel like they jumped into it like a musical would. Like, it wasn't as smooth as a musical would be, as I would say. But then again, they're making these episodes in like 2 weeks or whatever, so they don't have the time to perfect all that shit, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying, somebody who's been listening to La La Land and watching that movie a lot lately, that movie was hella smooth when it went into its musical. Flash felt like it was kind of off. I will say this about this episode, that it left me with a lot of questions, and it's not like questions that matter, that like, oh my god, they really need to answer that, but me as a fan, I'm all like, what the f***? The first one being is, if Joe was gay with Stein, did he have like a fling with Iris's mom? Like, was that just a phase for him? Or did he find out he was gay later? Like, how the hell was Iris born if Joe was gay? Like, I want to know that backstory, and I think that should be an episode. Not really, but it would be cool to get it answered, and you could have answered that, writers, like with a joke or something, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I guess there was kind of a joke when Barry was trying to talk about moms or something like that, and Joe was all like, don't bring that up, or something like that. So maybe it was just like a one-night stand or something. Secondly, how the hell did Alex not go to freaking Flash's world with Kara? At what point would she ever not go be with her sister that might be dying? I don't understand that. Why would Mon-El and freaking, what's-his-face go to Barry's universe and not Alex? That blew my freaking mind. She's protected her whole freaking life. She got a job just to watch over her sister, and bada bing bada boom, she's on her dying bed, and she's all like, oh, no, I'm not gonna go to another world. Didn't make any sense to me. And the last question, how OP is freaking Music Meister? He can steal your powers, put you in a freaking script type of movie, and just disappear, and nobody can hold him. Like, this dude is super OP. Like, Savitar probably doesn't have on this guy, and I feel like Music Meister could just be like, oh, Savitar, boom, got your powers, bitch. How about you stay in the Speed Force script forever, and you'll never get out? Like, what? Dude is OP. I did really enjoy the freaking Cisco, Wally, and Martian Manhunter fight. That was pretty cool, and I loved how we had different superheroes teaming up together to beat a villain. Although, I don't think Music Meister was a villain. He was more of a good guy that was just having some fun. So I was just like, what? This episode had a lot of what's in it, but that freaking scene of them fighting together was awesome. Cisco freaking vibing a portal, Martian Manhunter coming out, hitting him from the top, he falling to the bottom, while he's super punching him from the bottom. It was legit, and I want to see more like that, specifically in the next crossover. And can we stop doing this dual where the crossover starts on the last 2 minutes of Supergirl and the whole episode of Flash is all about the Supergirl? Can we Supergirl about the damn crossover, I should say. I can't even talk right now. But what I'm talking about is stop wasting Supergirl's crossover part. You're not helping her. You're not doing any justice to her. If we're going to do a crossover, do it with both freaking episodes. You did that with freaking Flash and Arrow the first time. Don't be disrespecting Supergirl, you bitches. That totally gets me mad that I just watched a Supergirl episode that I thought was going to tie into the Flash, which it does tie into it, but the last 2 minutes, that's 2 times you've done that this season, freaking CW. Stop doing that. Just make the whole damn episode a musical too. You could have had 2 musicals, had it freaking the story go on to the next one and make sense. It would have been better, but no. If you really think about it, it was a 3-way crossover because freaking Merlin came over from Arrow and he was in it. Although he signed a contract to be in all the shows, and you've already seen him in every show except Supergirl. He's been in every show now. So, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. And did you catch that his son's name was Tommy? Oh yeah, did you catch that? Tommy, because Merlin's son's name was Tommy, who we thought should have been Prometheus, but it was actually better that he wasn't Prometheus, because I was more surprised that freaking Agent Chase was freaking Prometheus. And if you're not caught up on Arrow, I totally just spoiled that for you, but I kind of do that in these reviews because we talk about spoilers. So yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts on this episode. There's not a lot we can go into. There wasn't a big like Savitar reveal or anything that we can really talk about. The next episode looks pretty lit with Abracadabra, who was the dude that was from Gotham, which looks pretty badass. So that next episode is going to look pretty good. But like I said, this one was just like a filler, fun-loving episode, and there wasn't really much to talk about. You know, in regards to the show, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could have talked about, like Easter egg-wise, but it's not like Easter egg stuff that, you know, goes to the shows. It's more if you had like a musical mindset. There's like a lot of stuff from like older musicals and stuff that they kind of threw in there. So yeah, definitely there was that kind of stuff. But comic book wise, I didn't really see too much or notice too much. But yeah, I mean, I liked the episode. Like I said, I got a little small bit of my heart is in love with musicals. So this was cool. It was different. It was better than I thought it was going to be. And if you remember that rant about musicals from a long time ago, I did talk about that. I just hope it ties into this. Like, it tied into the show somehow, and it actually made sense, and it wasn't just a random musical for no damn reason. But this made sense. I talked about how they needed a musical villain or something like that, and you guys mentioned Music Meister. I had no idea who that was because I had never watched Batman the Brave and the Bold, I believe is where y'all guys were saying he came from. But yeah, so that was pretty badass to actually see a villain do this. And like I said, he was freaking OP to be able to jack people's powers and stuff. I don't know if he has that ability in the comics. I really need to look it up, but that was pretty badass. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. There's not much else to say for this review. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, because I know a lot of you hate musicals. So I want to know your perspective on this episode. What do you think about everybody, like, you know, getting their powers back, resolving their stuff, all of that jazz in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your Flash buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. If I'm a daily dose of juice, see you guys next time. Bye!